So we are going to wait for 5 minutes so that others can join, right? Okay, so that is the time to start with today's sessions and the concept. So I hope everybody now can hear me, right? Yes, can you hear me? Fabrice, can you hear me? Thumbs up if everyone can hear me. To start with okay, so today's sessions and the concept. So I hope I do software engineering as my professional career. So also I'm open source and tech geek. And this community is okay. I hope now you can see my screen. Sorry, you can see my screen, right? Okay, cool. So, okay, what we are going to be learning today is about CRUD operation. Who knows CRUD operation? CRUD. Okay. Is there anyone who doesn't know what CRUD operation means? Is there anyone who doesn't know what CRUD operation means? Let us go, guys. We have a short time, so we must try our best to use it as well as the best as we can, right? So CRUD operation. This thing. Is there anyone who doesn't know what is in programming? Okay. So I don't know what does mean. Is there anyone who doesn't know what this means? If you can't replay, we are not going to proceed with today's sessions because you have to be here as I am. Okay, Nadia. Nadine, what's CRUD operation?
Good evening, guys. Can you hear me? Okay, CRUD operation. I think I know it's the combination of four main operations, which including create, read, update, and delete.
Exactly, that is it. So, let me know if anyone here has other way they can explain or any other idea that can explain it. Is there anyone have a way that have any different understanding about CRUD operation? She says, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, basically just to add on what she has said. Basically, these are the four basic actions that that basically defines the activities of a database in an application. So, just to say, create, read, and update, and also delete the contents or the attributes in the database.
Okay, that's a great add-on. That's a great add-on. Is there anyone who can add something or even criticize what we have taught? Is there anyone? Just feel free. Feel free to say what you think it is. Okay, so if no one else would like to go ahead and add more. So like she said, and you said, Okeshi, CRUD operations means the different operations that we can perform. You can say in database, but also in our system. Currently, what the operations that we perform in the system also is the one that gets reflected in the data that we have stored. That's where the database comes in. If you want to delete the data, what I know as a user, I know that I'm deleting the data from the system. So the system also apply that request into the database where the data are stored. So the CRUD operation is in the development field. That means that it stands for the core operations that mostly a user is likely to perform. But there are more operations that a user apply or user perform in the system. But these 4 operations are the core one. This one stands for create. This one stands for read. This one stands for update. This one stands for delete. Like the explained earlier. So we are an engineer. What we are learning is engineering. We have seen what the most operations that are performed under the system. Before we go into Django, we are looking an overview of how about the core operations that users are more likely to perform, so that we can go where we know what we are about. So, okay. Can anyone here tell us about what happens if a user wants to perform this first operation? What happened? What the process that has to be taken in order for the user to perform this first operation? Is there anyone? Let's go faster so that we can cover a lot of things. Okay, Zian.
Yeah, first of all, I'm sorry because I'm in a noisy place, but I would like to intervene by saying that the first C operation that is to create is used to insert new data into the
system. Okay. He said about inserting. We were talking about creating, but now he translated into the database terminologies, database operation terminologies, right? So when we say we are about to create or add, we'll be going to insert some kind of data in the database. So when we said we are about it to read, we are saying that we are going to retrieve the data from the database or from the system, right? So, like, for example, I'm Jean-Paul Ressa, and I want to see my profile information. What I will do, I will send a read request. Give me my information. I want to know what you have as my profile information. So what if I want to create my profile? So I want to create my profile or add or edit or update. So I will do the same. I will send update request. if I want to delete some data from my profile, I will also do the same, either sending update request or delete request. Okay, so now we understand the overview of what CRUD operations are, the core operations are. Even if Xian didn't go deeper about the process of performing any of these requests, but I hope you are all already the developer. Is there anyone a beginner in this field? No beginner. If you okay, no beginner. So now we are going to see. We said that we are sending the request. There is a term I use it, sending a request. I said sending a request. What request? Request for performing the operation that I specified. But what process that's involved in sending a request? Not responding, but not getting a response, but sending a request. We are doing CRUD operation, right? We have first of all to understand what it means in real life, so that we can replicate it. So, what the process that is that involved in sending one of the CRUD operation to the server or performing the CRUD operation? I would like to hear someone telling us. So here, let us we are going to perform create, right? This is a create op, right? Okay. Who can tell us the process that we have to take in order to enable the user to perform create operation? Oh, nobody. Okay. I have to pick someone, I think. Okay, Xian.
Yes, I'm not sure, but I'm going to try.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, the thing is, from a Django perspective, once we receive a request from the user that he wants to create some data into a database, we first of all create an object representing that data that he gave us in the server, that is the Django server, that is in the view, I guess, in the view. And when we create it, we save it using the Django database ORM. And I guess that's what will be done after.
Okay, cool. That's good. So you mean that you already did CRUD operations, right? You guys, you have to cooperate. You already did the CRUD operations.
I mean, from what I've learned so far, that is what I can understand about the process.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
For the create operation.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so thank you, Xian, for telling us how you understand the process that you may take while performing or implementing the create operation. So first of all, we are engineers. So if we are engineers, we have to understand the step-by-step way of implementing any of the CRUD operation that we are aimed at implementing. So that's why I asked you that question, because if you doesn't understand what you really have to implement or what steps you have to take, you can't implement it accurately. Or if you does, it will take a while to know how to do it properly. So that's why we have started from the user perspectives. Then now we are going to go deeper into the process. The process. Then the last thing will be the implementation. So here, when we say that we are going to perform the CRUD operation, we have to understand what the process or what steps do we have to take so that we can perform that CRUD operation. So the first one he said, the first one will be what do we need? So we have client say sending. We have client sending the create requests. The client has to use HTTP method, right? HTTP method. HTTP method has to be. Sorry, let me use this one. Who can tell us what this HTTP method has to be? Has to be post. Okay, thank you, John. I want to go first, so has to be post. So okay, so current sent us the HTTP method which asks us to create the specific information or store the specific information in your database. So as the engineers, what do we have to do so that we can get this request, then perform the operation that user wants us to perform or the client wants us to perform? The first of all, we have to have the server which will be responsible for getting this request. After getting this request, perform some different operations like authenticating the clients, many more. You will get it as you move. So the second will be routing the request. Now we are routing the request. So how do we route the request? We are routing the request to check if the operation. Okay.
How about the interface?
So the interface is in this client section. In this client section, the client stand for front end. Everything that might be carried out on front end, right? Okay. So then now we are on routing. We are checking. So the client requested this kind of operation and gave us this path. Do we really have this path within our system? He said, I want to create a profile. Do we have do we really have a specific app for creating the user profile? Do we have any path for creating a user profile? So if is yes, then we proceed. If no, then the client gets the relevant response. So now it is yes. So if it is yes, then we move on to view. Here, this level includes path validation plus view. I'm mapping this to the Django architecture so that we don't get confused. This routing include path. Path is an endpoints or URLs plus view. Then after we have seen that we have this the operation implemented within our system, that's where we perform that the actual operation. This is where it is performed. Right? In the performing the actual request, we did here we involve the database, right? So it's an implementation for the actual operation that we're about to perform. Then here is where the DO data has to be either deleted, created, updated, or retrieved. So this is where our logic is housed, right? This is where I said that we are going to perform the operation is the logic. We normally say a business logic, but yeah, business logic. This is where you validate, you check if the information exists or many more. That's where the logic is located. Then the last layer is the database. So I hope now we understand the actual architecture of performing the CRUD operation in the system. Are we on the same page? Okay, we are on the same page. Cool. Okay, we are on the same page. So now, on routing, sure. So routing, when we say routing, so on routing, here on routing, we will be checking the path for specific operation that client has requested the server to perform. Then on the routing, we have, according to the architecture of Django, we have two things. The first is checking the path if it exists or we have it. The second is checking for the view, view. If you are Django developer or Node.js developer, you might have used controllers or routes. So take routes as checking for the URL path, then controllers for receiving the request, the actual request. So views and controller might perform the same things. Then path or URLs and routes also does the same here in Django. Are you getting something now? Okay, I hope you get it. So, okay, cool. So now we are done with understanding how the CRUD operation is implemented and processed on the higher level. So let us take a look on how can we implement it in Django. We have two ways of implementing. We have two approaches we can use to implement the CRUD operation. The first one is function-based view. The second is the class-based view. Okay, which one have you used in the last sessions? in the last session, which one have you used?
SBV.
CB or what?
The function-based views.
Function-based views. Okay, you are good to go with the function-based views. So if you know function-based views, now you can fully understand the class-based views. The difference between class-based views and function-based views is that on function-based views, you have to implement or write or things that you want to be carried, to be performed. But on class-based views, as you know, the Django framework is based on class. So for that, Django empower us with almost everything about carrying out the CRUD operations. When we decided to use these class-based views, and it is very advisable to use class-based views than function-based views, because with the class-based views, we write as a few codes as possible compared to function-based views, right? If you have to write around 20 lines of code with function-based views, I'm sure that you only need 2 lines of code with the class-based views. So that's a great competitive advantage to consider the class-based views, because we most of the time we choose to use a Django because we want the simplicity that they provide. So for that, if you really want to go with the Django and you can't go with these cross-based views, so Django is not for you. I can advise you to choose other frameworks. Okay, so now we have. Okay, someone raised the hand. Okay, sure.
Yes. I just wanted to ask: is CBV where now object-oriented programming comes in strongly?
Oh, exactly. That's
okay.
Yes. So now, okay. So now we can go ahead and see what do we mean when we say a CRUD operation. So how does it implemented? Or how can we set up a project for CBV? So since everyone here is an expert with the Django, I'm pretty sure that okay, so this I'm using Mac and this is my terminal. So let me check first of all where I am. Okay, it doesn't matter whatever the PC are using. What we're going to do here, we are going to implement to try to implement one of those operations that you have seen by using the CBV. Okay, so talking and thinking is very hard. So okay, CBV. So what we are going to do, we are first of all going to initialize Django project, right? I think we are the best at this. We are going to initialize Django project. Are we together? Guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, if you can hear me, so let us go. So we're going to initialize the Django project. And I'm pretty sure that you are the best at this because you have been implementing this for so long. So I'd like someone to tell me the codes I have to write. Which one? Who can go ahead? We have to. Oh, so this is no longer getting doing this. Who is Jan?
Yes, to start a new Django project, if we've already have our dev environment set up with Django installed in that Python virtual environment, we will just use a command called Django-admin start project, the name of the project and the directory where we want to create that project.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, that's cool, but yeah, that's cool, but I think you have started at the level or at the step that we are not at. You said when our virtual environment has been started and we didn't start it. Is there anyone who?
Okay. Well, yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's just I want to make sure that we are all on the same page. But your answer was very accurate. That's accurate because you specified that we have to be in a virtual environment in order. So, okay. You decided to be quiet, guys. So let me go ahead and start. Okay.
Should I give the command to create the virtual environment?
Yeah, feel free.
Yeah, if the package, yeah. Now you want to create the directory where we want to set up everything.
Of course.
Yeah. We change into that directory. Now we can use the VNs Python library to create the virtual environment by using Python -m. Oh, okay. VF -m. Yes. It's Python 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we have to specify the name of the virtual environment. That will be it. And we got yeah, VN.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. So now we have to do
Now
what to.
we have to activate resources
to
source vn slash bin vn slash bin okay slash bin slash activate.
No. Yeah, I'm missing
No, I mean
something.
it has to have a particular, since you are in macOS, you have to have a particular extension. Can you tab it at the end of activate?
All right.
Place your cursor at the end of activate and tab it. Press tab. The cursor. No, at the end. Yes.
At the
Tab.
here.
Yes, at the end. Yes. Tab. It's not like tab.
What?
Tabulation.
tab. No, it's no tab. It's no tab. It's no tab.
You may also list
Try again.
the directory.
We can't hear you. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. You may still list the directory bin to check whether what are the comments that are there, the scripts that are there, to find the appropriate one for macOS.
Oh, okay. That's what you were trying to specify, but this one should be working. Should be working. Wait a bit.
Excuse me, can you list the current directory?
What?
No, not the past. Okay, yes. No, now list the VM directory.
Let's wait a bit.
Okay.
Okay. So we are back now. So there was a little issue, a real mistake that we was doing. So now we are inside the VMV. So let us do everything faster because we are out of time now, right? So now we are going to insert Django. After installing Django, we will proceed with using Django. We proceed with using Django admin to Django admin. Django admin start.
Django does not equal.
Oh, I use okay. Okay, CBV project. Okay. It's not right.
No hyphen.
Let's do this. Okay. So now we have initiated our site. So then if we do and move into this project that we have created, we will see a bunch of we see we see that our application has been initiated. So after the application has been initiated, let us use the VS Code so that we can see everything fully. Let us use the VS Code. I like the terminal, but I don't think everyone here like to use it. So now we are inside the project. As you can see, the project has been initialized with almost everything that we need, right? So what we have to do, the next thing that we have to do is to start or add our application. So the system that the app that we are going to begin with, I have chosen to go with the store app since it is the simple one. But wait. Oh gosh. I did the long thing. I can see the reason why we have been getting the error. Okay. I created the project inside another project. That's okay. So who is okay? Go ahead, Jordan. Go ahead, Jordan.
Hello.
We can't hear you.
Okay. See now, can you hear me by now?
Yeah, of course I can.
Okay, how are you doing, everyone? I think everyone here is doing good. I was just want to suggest your internet is not really stable.
Sure.
You can yeah, sure. You can find a good place to be connected on the internet. Thank you.
So, my voice is breaking the screen.
Everything, even your voice and your screen is keeping visible here, but your voice not good as well. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Who else is facing the same? Who else is experiencing this? Am I audible to everyone? Is my screen? Am I audible now? How about the others? I want to. Okay, so yeah, you are right. My internet is not stable, and so the time is moving faster. I don't think I can change the pace. So
by now it's working good. I think
it's working. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So okay, cool. So I wanted to show you that I changed the command of initiating the Django project. I have used this one, which created a nested Django project inside this folder that we are in, and then change it to this one with a dot as the extending command, which dictates the Django to initialize the project inside the current folder. If we come here, we see the difference. Are you seeing the difference? Earlier we had this CBV project and then the CBV project, right? But now we have a CBV project. You can see this. Okay, so now okay, now we are going to proceed with the next, which is setting up the app that we are going to be referring to. So to be clear here, what we call app in Django, in other programming languages or frameworks, they call it feature. Yeah, let us call it a feature. A feature like user profile can be feature on itself. So in Django, when you're about to implement a user profile, you can call it app. When you're about to implement, like for example, okay, let me use book. Like a book, in a bookstore, you can carry out different operations, might add more things like booking, booking. So booking a book can be up on itself. So that's also an app, right? So is a feature, stand for feature. So let us create a feature which is called a book. So in the books, if we come here to our VS Code, we can see that we have a different models which are pre-installed for us, different implementation which are implemented for us, right? Like in the model, we have model, we have views, so they are empty for now. What we are going to do is to feed. As you see, the model, the initial model, or the initial model of app has been configured for us. Initial app. So, what the next thing is to declare this app inside what? Who can tell us where we have to declare this? It is inside the settings, right? Inside the setting. In the install the apps, we have to do we have to come down here, then add the app, then add the books. Okay, so now since we have added our app, since we have now added our app, who can tell us the next thing we have to do? Let us use VS Code for almost of this. I don't like VS Code. So now we can just test the migration even if we have nothing, so that we can make sure that the implementation back to my account. So let us implement the model. So model. So in the model we have title. We have title which is equal to as take a use of the autocompile. But in the model we might have this. These are enough. And these are enough for now. So who else can suggest us the field that we can use? Who else can suggest us the field that we can use? Is there anyone who has a field in mind we can use? Is there anyone? Am I still audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so here, because we are out of time, so I'm trying to make things easy. So here we just only have the 3 feeds. One is title, second author, then publisher date. So I can just trim these 2 pub date so that you don't have to write many things. Also for the pub date, this is a date field. So I'm going to add another thing here. I hope that you are familiar with the forms. You learned form in the last few sessions. So the reason why is that here, if I send this pub date to the client side directly by using the template, it will go as just a normal strings, and the user will get frustrated at the time that he will be filling the dates because no clear hint for how to format the date. So that's why I'm going to use form so that I can be able to formulate this field, to send this field to the client with a date picker, date picker. So what I'm going to do is from my model, I have to import my model, then do class. So here I hope you are familiar with the metadata. Let us see what metadata mean. I hope you are familiar with metadata. You are familiar with metadata, right? So if you doesn't know about metadata, you can go in Django documentation and see what metadata means. You are not familiar with metadata. If you are not familiar with metadata, just let me know so that I can clarify by something, because I'm rushing somehow. Okay, I know familiar with some. Okay, so metadata options here. The Django devs explain it as just as the abstract. Let me say the abstract model, which is outside from the applications that are available within the Django. So when you want to perform some, let me call them generic or specific rules or operations on the model here, on the model or date or feeds, you use metadata. As a subclass. As a subclass, then you do what you do here. Then you specify, or you put the implementation of those rules. You thought that you learned this during the last sessions. So here, what I'm going to add, because what I want to add the loads for is on this pub date. So what I have to do here, I will add here the widget, widget, then make it dictionary, which will take the field that I want to be updating, which is pub. Then here my autocompiler knows things, so, and I have to take a use of it. So here, as you can see, pub updater, it is giving me the capability of dictating what I have to receive on this pub date field, right? So this stands for attributes. This form is a HTML form, not Python form. This is HTML form. So then input date, this will dictate the template that you are going to implement or the view to send this pub date or field as with the HTML attribute of with the type of date. So from here, I can use HTML date picker to pick the exact date, right? I hope you are getting something, right? If you need a clarification, let me know before we move on. So, okay. I'm not seeing. Okay. Now I can see whoever lies on. So now we have implemented the rules for our date picker. So one next thing that we have to do. So our app is configured, and let us serve this book to admin first. So we list display, and yeah, most of the time these things doesn't change. So let us move on to the core. To the core part of this session. So earlier we said about the routing and the path. So now we are on what? We are about to define the path. So should we start with defining path, or we have to start with views? We have model. Like if you remember the process that we said you have to take so that you can perform the CRUD operation. So do we have to begin with the URL or with the view? We have view which is empty, and now we defined a new file called URLs. Can we call this file any? Can we give this file any name we want? The answer for both is true. So we can choose to begin with one of these according to how we want to structure things. So here, because we are aiming at class-based views, and class-based views, if you remember the function-based views, for CRUD operation, now we are going to know to see the exact difference. So what we are going to, first of all, to import, we have, before we import anything, let me get back to my my whiteboard. So before we start with implementing the class-based views, we have a crash we build our class views which enable us to write a few codes as possible in Django. The first one is list views. So this list views, what it really helps us is to list the items, is to list the items, more than one items from the model. Let us say we have 20 books. Instead of writing the function to list those books, we use this list view. Okay, this just now this is a full of it. So we use list views to list those books without writing the function for that. So now we have another one which is called list detail, which for one book. When you want to retrieve one book from the database, you use you use list detail. Detailed view. We use detailed view. We use detailed view. So when you want also to delete, when you want to delete also the view, you use delete. You use delete view. When you want to update also, you use update view. Those are the core classes that you have to put in mind when you're working with the CBV CRUD operations. When you want to implement CRUD operation with the help of CBV. So what we are going to do here, we have to implement both of them. From where we implement them from, can you see it noise? So we implement them from the Django. It's a view you already know what view is, and from the class code or the model code, the generic. So now are we together now? Are we on the same page? Are we on the same page? Guys? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So now we have everything in place. Who can tell us what's remaining to be imported? So we have defined the form. We have defined the form, and now we have to import it. So and now the thing to do here, we already have this list view. So we have this list view here. Sorry, we have this list view here, which determine what we have to implement and how to implement it in a few lines of code as possible. So what to do, also, you can call the function or the class the name, any name as you wish. Right? You can call the class any name as you wish, but it is advised to just use a simple name as possible, because it is the one that the things, the logic behind using Django is to implement things in a simple way as possible. So it is advised to use this. Use the simple name as possible. So here we can see we are listing the all books that we have in the database, but this one is not efficient. We have to do another thing, which is ordering for improved experience. Like ordering, we just use the last created book. So here I'm not going to take much time because we are out of time. So going to leverage this to move on to the crucial things. Okay, so here, who are you seeing the reason why we here we changed the way we were things? Here we used from class book form, but here we didn't use it. Are you seeing the difference? Are you seeing the reason why we are doing this? We are doing this because there is some generic rules we have added on this field here in our form, right? We have added some generic rules. So we are not seeing the screen. Guys, I can see my screen from another time. Can you see my screen now? Who else isn't seeing my screen? Who else? Who else? Thumbs up if you're seeing my screen. Thumbs up and thumbs down if you can. If you can't, thumbs down. If you can't see my screen, thank you guys. If you can't see my screen, thumbs down. Okay, so now, okay, you can see my screen. So we have 3 classes, and we must carry out the almost around 4 implementations. So the create update view, okay, we are remaining with one only, which is delete now is here. So success URL is no success URL. So here we have to use reversal. Not reversal lazy. So when you are using this autocomplete, you must really not understand how to do things. If you doesn't know, you get hallucinated. So now we have the CBV CRUD operations in press, right? CBV implementations in press. So I want to show you this also again. We have used from class attributes on book creative view and book updated view. Who can tell us the reason why we are only using this book form on these operations? Who can? No raising hands, just unmute and tell us. Who can tell us the reason why we are doing this? Who can tell us the reason why we are doing this? Okay, we are doing this because the form has to be validated only at the time that user will be inputting the information, at the time that user will be sending the information. So, and here is the way I want to, first of all, to dictate the behavior or the information to get from the user. So that's why here is the way we are using book form. So now we are good. Let us then define the path to be used in order to perform all of those operations. So how do we define a path? How do we implement the path which are on the best standard? Who can tell us? Who? First of all, we have to edit, retrieve, update, and delete. So for retrieving all books, we don't have to check from. There is no strong constraints here to check, but for getting a single book or detail of a book, there is a bunch of consonants. So who can tell us how to? This is Jan. You raise the hand. Okay. So the first thing in is there anyone? No one. Jan, what?
No idea about that yet.
Okay. Okay. So here, the first thing we have to think of is like now we are going to implement a bridge, right? A bridge for what? A bridge that will be receiving the request from the client, as we said earlier. From the client here, if you remember, we had from client to server, from server to routing. In the routing, we had path plus route plus views. So that's what we have to implement, to think of here, how we are going to design this flow. So for the hint here, if you remember, any function-based views, you have to receive requests first of all. Here, you have to receive request. After receiving request, then you perform according to the request. But here, we're not receiving the request. We have created just a class which is which takes or which is an instance of this class. This class. What does this mean? Is that these generic classes are performing almost everything that we could have been implementing, or everything that you implement when using function-based views. So for here, because of that simplicity, what we have to do here is only to just to define the routing, to define the path, the proper path, right? So what we do Django, then URL as usual, then we import path. So here it is normal. We import our views that we want to we import our views that we want to serve to the user. After importing them, what we do, I forgot one thing. I didn't. Yes, okay. So what we do here now, we serve them. Now we serve them. So here, while we serve them, there is a trick I want you guys to see. Are you there? There is a trick I want you guys to see, to be aware of. There is a trick. So it's okay on this first path, as you can see. It's okay on this first path. It's okay on this first path. We take every request which comes to the first path, which is book, the main path. Then we list all book we have. So no pagination so far, but those are advanced concepts. So, but here on the second, but here on the second, but here on the second here on the second path, where we want to see the details of a book, you can see that we are expecting to receive book, then PK. What does PK mean? It's int PK. What does PK mean? I hope you know you know about defining the models, almost of the operation. Primary key. Okay, cool. Primary key, yes, that's true. Yes, Izan. Go ahead, Izan.
Yes, that's what I wanted to say. Primary key, PK, primary key.
Okay, yes, that's true. So it's a primary key, but when you come to the model, our model doesn't have a primary key. We didn't define primary key. So where does this primary key coming from? How are we expecting primary key? Why we didn't define it? Who tell us what is going on? Yes, Zian.
Yes, by default, Django creates a primary key field whenever we don't create a one explicitly in the model.
Cool. Exactly, that is it. So that's why even if we didn't specify it, we are expecting it because our Django has did the great thing for us. So what we are going to do here also, it will receive this, and the amazing thing is that this view here is not expecting it from what we implemented. It is not expecting it, right? As you can see, but internally it is. The Django is handling that for us. We don't have to know. We don't have to know what's is going inside. If you want to know, or if you are curious, you can go ahead and check. But if you already are familiar with function-based views, yeah, that's the same. What you do when working with the function-based view is the same as to what is done by detailed view or other these pre-built classes for us, right? It's the same. It's almost the same. It takes the request, then take the URL, then extract the primary key. Then after extracting the primary key, it retrieve or get the book from the database. If the book doesn't exist, it handle that for us by default also. And also if it exists, it return that book, right? So that is it. So that's what is being handled internally. So now, since we understand how and what primary key is, then we are also we don't have to add also this book, right? So we don't have to add the book as well because we already have this. You remember, and in the main routing we already have a book. So now this for getting detailed view, and this for adding or creating a new book, and this is for updating. For almost of 3 operations, we are expecting to get primary keys, right? We are expecting to get primary keys, except for adding new. Adding new is a new, and it's the first time that's going to be added in the project. So now what we are going to do is to register these URLs in our main system, right? We are going to register these URLs or path in our main system. So as we can see, we are now seeing here the path, other path, the main path, or the default path that Django has created for us. What we have to do here is to add this include import here, then also add another path for our books, which we import all paths which are defined in this file here, and then book up, then serve them to our main system. So what we have to do for the simplicity, how about us creating how about us seeding the management? So I thought that let me add some seeders so that let me add some seeders. So that you can see. Okay, so now we can
Okay. Init dot below seed block init.
okay. So now let us just try to see. Let's try to see the.
Another,
Yes.
yeah, there is a file init file that you misspelled below seed book.
Yeah. Thank you, John. So now we are okay. Here, what I'm doing is that we already know the attributes that we have and the models we have. So I want to seed the data, our database, so that we can see something at the time that we try to access the main endpoint for the for the bookstore. So what we are going to do, we are going to implement command here. The reason why you are seeing things like this is that also the Django has prepared the command also crash for us, so that we don't get frustrated at the time that we want to carry out different operations, SQL operations to the database. So we are moving so fast, so I have to take a use of them in order to created account. Created. So far here, I want to be calculating. Yeah, here I want to be at the time that I will be seeding these books. I want to know how many books that I have seeded, right? I want to know how many books that I have seeded, so that I know if there is an error while seeding the book, I know about it, and if there isn't an error, then I'm good to go. So I have seeded 1, 2, 3, 5 books, and I'm expecting to get them So the next thing in our migration, we have nothing in the migration, right? We have nothing in our migrations. So what we're gonna do? We have nothing in the migrations. What we're gonna do? Nothing, right? Nothing. Yeah. Yes, Jan.
Yeah, since we just created our models and we want to create the data tables, what do you call it? Tables in the database that will receive the data that we want to create. So to
Yeah.
do that, we need to apply two steps. First of all, we make the migrations, we create the migrations, then we apply the migration using two different commands.
Exactly. So we're on the same page. I hope everyone understands this. So we are good to go. We are ready. So now, since we have almost everything, we are going to see what errors we have if we did implemented anything in along where we have to get errors. And if we did everything correctly, then we are good to go. So what we have to do, we have an error. Sure. But I didn't test this one. Let me check. I didn't start it. So okay, now we are going to run to make our migrations. To make a migration, you all know that we just run our manage file. We command our manage file to make migrations by using this command, this Python command. As you can see now, we have the initial migration. We have the initial migration in the migration file, which is called the 00 and what. So now let us run the migration that we have created to see the results, to see if what we did really works. So what I do here, I do migrate, then yeah, make then run. Okay, so now we have seeded the database, not seeding, but our migration and passing correctly, which means that at the time there is no error that we have encountered. So now let us create our initial user. As do we need a user here? I don't think so. We don't need the user. We can start the server, right? Do we need a user or we don't need a user? Someone? Do we need a super user now? Yes, Jan.
Well, since we already have some commands to create data for us, I think we don't need particularly a user now.
Yes, exactly, because a super user will be helping us to access the admin side. And for now, we don't need to manage anything from the admin side, right? So now what we are going to do here, why can't we just start our server? What will we get if we start our server? What are we missing? Who can tell us what we are missing? We are missing something right now, and you know we are missing something, right? Yes.
Well, I guess from what I saw, we didn't make the project know about our app.
Our come again. You're cut off. I can't hear you for sure.
I5. Yes.
I
Hello, are you getting me?
no.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, I didn't see us letting the project know about our app. That is changing the settings.py.
Yeah, that's
Changing the
done.
settings.py.
It
Already.
knows we did that, and we did that. So what's remaining is
Okay.
we don't have the templates, right? Have you noticed that what we are missing is templates.
Yes.
We don't have
The template,
templates
yes.
to be rendered. But let us see what kind of error we get. We get if we serve. What kind of errors we get if we serve the
Template does not exist.
when you start
No, it's run server, not start server. Run server, not start server.
you are saying?
It is run server, not start server. Manage.py run server.
Oh, thank you.
No, in one word, run server.
Forest. Okay, now we are good to go. So let us visit. Let's visit this URL to see what we get. Now our URL is starting. So we were expecting this, right, guys? Because we didn't define anything to be accessed on the main routes, right? So we have to be expecting this, but what should be shown if we have this path would be like this. So ready. Shoot. I can't see. So now you see we don't have a template. So but we don't really want we don't really want something to be received on this. We don't want anything to be accessed on this main routes. So that's why here we are getting suggested about the routes we should be trying to access instead, right? The routes that we should be trying to access. So if we try to access one of these routes, let us see what we get. Let's try to access this like books. So you see now Django is trying to access some of the templates for displaying the books, and it is getting nothing, right? So it is getting nothing. So since it is getting nothing, it is complaining that we are asking the thing that we didn't give to, right? So now we have to make sure that we solve this Django's compliant, right? We have to solve this Django's compliant. To solve Django's compliant, we have to first of all implement those templates inside the templates folder. You know about this. So it can take a while to do so. I think I might have some templates that we can use. Might have some template that we can use. I don't like this. So, so let me. Yeah, so I'm going to take some templates that I have used in here. I have prepared the folder for you guys to use to play with the almost of everything you have been studying in this session. We found them here. So this is the right project where we are doing. So you will find it with more improved and contents, so for you to use to get familiar and deep understanding of what really CBV mean. It covers some many stuff. So it's taking some time. So I want to take the templates that I have already implemented. Also, you see, even if you can't see that error on here on the browser, you can also trace them via the terminal. Right? Okay, now so let me grab the templates that we already have and use them. I think others. We can do like this, and so if what? Okay, sorry. Okay. Okay, here they are. So. Shoot. So if you are not familiar with the templates, let me know. So no pastes. No pasting. Okay. So so we are saving time, guys. So now we have to do some kind of adjustments, as you can see, but we are not going to do them from scratch. So here, what I did was that what I copied, or what I took, is some base templates to be used to check the implementation that we have. So here we have base, which for avoiding repetitive, defining this the base HTML templates. We can do this stuff only, as you can see. So that's what this helps us. So when we say block to elaborate a little so that you can proceed free to elaborate, when we use, you are familiar with this sign in Django that enable us to write the the Django conditions or perform different logics on the templates in order to know what type of operation to be performed. So when we say block, we are telling the Django or this template that here there will be or there might be the child component to be rendered on the place of this, and we can expect to receive title and where the title will be delivered from this. So the block will be ended here, right? So here also we define another block, and the block will be displaying the content and more. So you get familiar with them as you interact or try to get deeper with how to define the templates. And another thing I would like to say here is that normally in the modern web development using Django, the templates are the things that are no longer being used. I hope you are getting me. Templates are the things that are no longer being used because in the modern web development, things have been getting more easier. So when using templates, there's many things that you can't do or user experience that you can't provide. So it is advised to use the more robust frameworks. So now let us see who can tell us the reason why
My guess is since modern applications, front-end applications, we have front-end and back-end, and the back-end only uses APIs. So to decouple the front and the back, we don't use template, because using template make it a monolithic. That is, everything is in one code base.
Okay, thank you very much. That's one of the things that make the modern web development require us to not rely on the templates. But another important thing, the main reason is that you can't give a user experience. A group who is raising your hand. It is complicated to provide a user with a good experience. I mean UI experience or front-end experience while using HTML-based implementation. Because as you know, HTML is a static. It will help us on a static world. And also the other bad side or drawback about using templates. Templates are implemented mostly on the server side, as you can see. Even if they are considered as front end here, they are on server side. So which also increase the workload to be transferred over the internet. The second is it means that not only being transferring the large content over the internet, but also it means that every time a user requests the the information from the server, those templates or those contents will be sent duplicately. Will be sent every time. There will be no reusability, or there is no reusability, and there is no reusability, and also there is unnecessary large content that are being transported over the internet every time user send a request, and also implementing the UI, improving the UI with the advanced user experience is really hard, and because you see, it is just plain HTML with a CSS, and we have a React Next.js and more things that are very advanced for that. So I wanted to show that after refreshing the server, I did here. I stopped the server, then I started it, and it is now recognizing the templates that we have, but now we don't have any book. As you can see, no book yet, add one. So to add the book, who can tell us? We have seed. So we have to seed. We have to seed the database, right? So now we have to do what? To run so I can see the file path, the exact file path. The file path where our
In the comment.
yes. What are you saying?
Yeah, I mean, you want to run the command that you created.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we are going to do. Then we have here created a command that will seed the database. No, sorry, the books in the database, right? So this is the thing that we are going to do. So who knows what we have to do? Who knows?
I guess it should be Python manage.py and the comment, the name of the comment.
Management. It is in management commands. Then seed books.py. Management commands seed the books.py command does not manage.
I guess
Adding
the name of the comment and not the name of the file.
the name of
Not the
command.
name of the file.
Oh, should be command. No, it can't be command. It can't be command.
Handle, maybe handle, because it's handle latex parameters.
Can be okay. And it doesn't take any
Didn't manage the parameter inside.
Okay, it can't be. So now you failed. Right? Now you failed. Can you try another thing? How do you think we are going? Okay, so to start, can you hear me? I'm saying to start with the to seed seed these books in our database, we first of all have to use this. And I'm forgetting something, but this might be the admin. This is admin, yeah? Admin. It's not admin. Let me pick up this one. Yes. Let me see from now. Look for the dictionary. Oh, yeah. Look for this. Okay, so let us now deal with the seeding stuff. So, now we are stuck with a seeding, but we're stuck with the seeding the books that we have created. So what I wanted here for you guys to understand is that there will be a time that we will be trying to do some kind of implementation or operation and get at the point that you are not getting clearly or you are not implementing your logic as you want. So, and mainly it is the reason why I have been asking you to be working with me along this session, because if you understand things and you get stuck, you won't get it as strange things or as the thing that is going to show to be your capability. Is there capability? Yeah, as your weakness. No, it is not. Coding is full of ups and downs, so you have to be ready for those kind of ups and downs, right? You have to be ready for that ups and downs, because they are the thing that make us strong. Yeah. Yes, Zian. No, Jaden.
I'm not easy, I'm dear Mercy. As you can see on the screen. Okay.
Because I have minimized it. Okay, yeah, now I can see.
Dear Mercy, yes, perfect. Okay, before ending this sessions, I would like to ask some challenges I have seen here in my terminal. All right.
We end this session after we learn this command.
Yeah. Okay. When you're going to end, let me know. I can share you my screen and.
Okay. So okay. It's okay.
Like 1 minute, because it's very hard to me, but for you can be easy as well. That I think so.
Okay. We have to learn first of all learn this command, and I'm sure that one of you, yeah, has to. Right? But nobody wants to try. Okay, let me learn it myself if you doesn't. So first,
I'm currently searching on my site too.
What?
I'm currently searching an answer to the one on my site too. But yeah, from what I see,
early we were learning manage. The one which was failing, we were doing like management. This was the one which was failing, right? CD book.5. This is one which was failing. Okay, yeah, this is the one. So, this one failed. I repeated it so that nobody suggested, right? I repeated it so that nobody suggested. And if you feel like if you try once and fail, then you give up, you aren't going to get anywhere in coding. Who else can try? Who else?
Sorry, sir.
Yes.
I can try, but my phone is going to shut it down because I'm connected with my phone. That's why I would like to share you my screen. I show you for few minutes, like 1 minute. It's very very short to me, but I don't know why it's not working for me in my family,
So.
Okay, no problem, no problem. I will ask you in a group.
So, okay, so if
why just give the name seed book, seed dash book. Erase all the things we had before. Yes. Just run it like this.
Okay, now you are good. Yeah.
Just run it like this.
This is the right way. This is the right way. So clap for the ZM. Clap for the ZM. I want all of you clap for the ZM. Clap for the ZM. Clap for the ZM. Cool.
Thank you.
Welcome. This was the only command we needed. So here now we can see our books, right? Here now we can see our books. So what I wanted for you guys to learn from this, whatever failing is a part of this journey. So now we are about to edit. You see, we are about to edit. Here we added this this constraint or validation in the checker on the form that we have this implemented on our form on the server side, and now is the one that we are seeing here. So when we send the update request, now we are getting the response. We didn't really specify how to handle the response on for the updating, but the Django is doing that for us, and this is the time that is specified. So if we came back here, we will see that the book have been updated. If we delete it also, we see that the books has been deleted. If we refresh, we won't see the book, right? If we refresh, we won't see the book has been deleted. And if let's add so now is today, so the date is today. Let us add it and come to the book list. You see, we have been able to add the book on the book list, Django development, which have been written by Endeavor. So guys, the benefits of using these class-based views is this. Just take a look on how many lines of code we have. We have lot for just a single CRUD operation. These lines of code, and we have been able to do what? To get this, right? So this is the benefit of using. Class-based views instead than using the function-based views. You can use function-based views when you really want to implement some specific operations or business logics which are complex, not as simple as the one that these class-based views can handle. So guys, this was for today. For the learning resources, I want you guys to go on my GitHub, then access them. Feel free to submit different PRs. The projects for running purpose. Feel free to use it. Feel free to use it to submit different PRs or clone it and play with it on yourself. Let me try to show you some of the things which has been implemented inside. Yes, thank you. Yeah, welcome, Mr. Jan. So let me give you a simple preview of what you will see on the repository. The important thing is that the most important thing that I want to give you is that I have prepared a simple documentation, a very short documentation that you can use. A very short documentation that, oh shit, who am I? So I'm not logged in. So I'm not logged in. Okay, so we can be taking a look at that's great practice. That's great practice. So let us be taking a look at the issue Mr. DMS reported before we close the session. Let us help him to debug. Okay, since my okay, now it is finished to a sense. I want to wait for this extension to start so that you can see where did it start. Okay. So think my preview seems to be having some kind of problems that, yeah, you can test it on our side. Let us not take long time. Let us take a look on Mr. DMS's issue. I think is the crush one that has to be considered. Mr. DMS, are you still here? Are you still with us? Okay, DMS has left the session, so guys, I hope he will reach out in the box or in the group so that we can proceed helping him. So if you found this session helpful, a thumbs up or use whatever reaction you want, then let us score a day. I will give you guys the assignment project via the group. Thank you guys. See you. Have a great weekend.